Today, we're going to be taking a look at the life and pathing of Leslie Charleson,
Oh, yes.
an actress many of you will likely know as Monica Quartermain from General Hospital.
Right.
She held that role for almost 50 years.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
That's incredible.
Talk about dedication.
Yeah.
We'll be uncovering circumstances surrounding her passing, but also exploring her incredible career,
Okay.
which had some pretty surprising twists and turns along the way.
Sounds interesting.
So let's start with the news that many General Hospital fans probably found heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Leslie passed away on January 12th of this year.
Oh, wow.
She was 79 years old.
Okay.
And fairly recently, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office revealed her cause of death as sequelae of blunt head trauma. Now, that might sound a little technical,
Yeah.
but essentially it refers to complications that stemmed from a head injury.
So from a head injury.
Right, and it's worth noting that the report also mentioned she had been dealing with other health challenges,
Uh-huh.
asthma, arthritis, atrial fibrillation,
Right.
things many people face as they get older.
Yeah.
There's also a condition mentioned that some folks might not be as familiar with,
Okay.
normal pressure hydrocephalus.
Normal pressure hydrocephalus.
Can you shed some light on that?
Certainly, normal pressure hydrocephalus is a neurological condition where there's a buildup of cerebrospinal fluid in the brain.
Okay.
This can lead to various issues with walking, thinking, and even bladder control.
Oh, wow.
If anyone's interested in learning more,
Yeah.
the Alzheimer's Association actually has some good resources on it.
Okay, so now that we've addressed circumstances of her passing, let's take some time to celebrate Leslie's amazing career, which spanned decades.
Okay,
Obviously, General Hospital was her most well-known role,
right.
portraying Monica Quartermain for almost 50 years.
Yeah,
Did you know she appeared in over 2,000 episodes?
it's an astounding number, isn't it?
Yeah.
To put that in perspective, think about the sheer commitment involved in playing a character for that long, through all the changes in the show, in the world, even in yourself.
Right.
It really makes you wonder what that experience must have been like for her.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just General Hospital, right?
Right.
She also appeared in the spin-offs, General Hospital, Night Shift, and Port Charles.
Uh-huh.
Still as Monica, of course.
Of course.
But her career actually stretches back even further than that.
Okay.
To roles on other soap operas like As the World Turns and A Flame in the Wind.
Exactly. She was no stranger to the world of daytime television.
Yeah.
In fact, it's a lesser-known fact that after a long run on a soap called Love is a Many Splendid Thing, she actually landed a guest spot on Happy Days.
Wait, really? Now that's a connection I didn't see coming. What was the story there?
Well, Ron Howard was apparently a fan of her work and saw something special in her.
Oh, wow.
She ended up playing a character named Mrs. Dorothy Kimber on an episode,
Okay.
which is kind of a fun little crossover moment between these two very different TV worlds.
That's so fascinating. You wouldn't automatically think of Happy Days and General Hospital having any kind of overlap, but it just goes to show you the unexpected paths a career in entertainment can take.
Absolutely, and it speaks to Leslie's versatility as an actress. She wasn't limited to just one type of role or genre.
Right.
Yeah.
That Happy Days connection is such a fun fact. It makes you wonder if any of the Happy Days fans watching back then realized they were seeing the future Monica Quartermain on their screens.
Right, it really highlights how an actor's career can weave through different genres and touch different audiences in unexpected ways.
So we've talked about General Hospital, the spin-offs, and even a trip back to the 70s with Happy Days. Were there any other notable roles in her career?
There's one that might surprise you, and maybe some of our listeners as well. Later in her career, Leslie actually made a cameo appearance as herself on the sitcom Friends.
No way, I totally missed that. It's funny to think of Monica Quartermain popping up in Central Perk. I wonder how many Friends viewers even realized it was her.
It really speaks to the lasting impression she made as Monica. Even in a brief cameo, she brought a bit of that General Hospital magic to a whole new audience.
Absolutely. It's a great reminder that actors can become so intertwined with their characters, especially in long-running shows. Speaking of which, her dedication to General Hospital for almost 50 years is truly remarkable. It makes you think about the unique challenges and rewards that come with playing the same character for decades.
It's definitely a unique experience. Imagine the level of commitment it takes to stay connected to that character for so long, to evolve with them through changing storylines and personal growth.
I'm sure there were times when it was challenging, but also incredibly rewarding to see how Monica's story unfolded over time.
Exactly, and I think it's worth acknowledging that beyond the acting itself, there's a deeper connection that forms when someone is part of a show for that long. They become part of the show's history, its legacy, and for the viewers, they become almost like a familiar friend, someone who's been there through thick and thin.
You're right, it's that sense of familiarity and shared history that makes daytime television so special. Leslie as Monica played a huge part in creating that feeling for General Hospital fans.
She really did. And, it makes me wonder what it must have been like for her behind the scenes to witness the evolution of the show, the changes in the industry, the comings and goings of other cast members.
Right. To have been a constant presence amidst all that change is extraordinary. It's almost like being a living archive of the show's history.
I bet she had some amazing stories to tell. Think about all the different storylines, the guest stars, the behind-the-scenes moments that only someone with her experience could have witnessed.
It would have been fascinating to hear her perspective on all of that, to get a glimpse into what it was really like to be a part of such an iconic show for so long.
Absolutely. And I think it also makes you appreciate the human side of acting, the dedication and resilience it takes to sustain a career for that length of time. It's not just about talent, it's about passion and commitment.
Couldn't agree more. And speaking of her career, we haven't touched on all of her roles yet. Before we wrap up, there was one more credit. I wanted to mention a film called The Return of the Muskrats.
Oh yes, that's right. She played a waitress in that film. While it might not be as widely known as her work on General Hospital, it shows her willingness to explore different types of projects and step outside of the soap opera world.
Exactly. It speaks to her versatility and her desire to keep challenging herself as an actress even later in her career.
And it reminds us that even actors we think we know well can have hidden depths and surprises in their filmography. There's always more to discover.
So true. It's a great reminder that every actor has a unique journey, and each role they take on adds another layer to their story.
And in Leslie's case, it was a story filled with dedication, talent, and a genuine connection with her audience. She left an undeniable mark on the world of entertainment.
She absolutely did. I think it's safe to say that Leslie Charleson's legacy will live on not just in the hearts of General Hospital fans, but in the broader tapestry of television history as well.
Well said. Her impact is undeniable, and her story serves as an inspiration to anyone who dreams of a long and fulfilling career in the arts.
I think it's safe to say that for many General Hospital fans, Leslie, she was Monica Quartermain.
Yeah.
Those two were inseparable for so many viewers.
Right, and that long-term commitment is something we were just talking about.
Right.
I'm curious, for those of you listening who maybe aren't as familiar with soap operas,
Yeah.
does that kind of dedication to a single role make you want to check out some of Leslie's work on General Hospital?
Right.
It's like a whole world unto itself, and she was a central figure in it for decades.
I have to admit, even I'm feeling a little tempted to go back and watch some of those classic Monica moments.
Yeah.
For actors in long-running shows like this, it really makes you wonder, what are the unique challenges and rewards of playing the same character for that long? Is it limiting or is it freeing in a way?
That's such an interesting question. On the one hand, you have this incredible opportunity to really delve deep into a character, to explore all their facets over time.
Yeah.
You're not just playing a role, you're living a life alongside them in a way.
And the viewers are right there with you, experiencing those joys and heartbreaks, those triumphs and setbacks, all alongside the character.
Exactly. It's a shared journey that can create a powerful bond between the actor and the audience.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I imagine it could also be challenging to keep things fresh, to find new ways to portray the character and keep their story engaging after so many years.
Right. How do you avoid falling into a routine, becoming almost predictable?
And yet there's something to be said for that familiarity, that sense of comfort that comes from seeing a beloved character on your screen week after week, year after year.
Right.
It's like welcoming an old friend into your home.
You're so right. There's a reason soap operas have such dedicated fan bases. It's about more than just the drama. It's about the connection, the sense of community that forms around these characters and their stories.
And Leslie as Monica was a cornerstone of that community for so long.
Right.
Her presence will be deeply missed.
Absolutely. She leaves behind an incredible legacy, not just for General Hospital, but for daytime television as a whole.
Yeah.
It's been fascinating to revisit her career and see how she touched so many lives.
It really has. And, as we wrap up this deep dive, one thought keeps coming back to me.
Okay.
The idea that even though an actor's time on screen may end, their impact can continue to ripple outwards for years to come.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Their performances become part of our collective memory, shaping how we see the world, how we understand ourselves.
And in Leslie's case, she'll always be remembered for the strength, the compassion, and the enduring spirit she brought to Monica Quartermain.
Yeah.
She left an indelible mark on the hearts of viewers, and that's something truly special.
So well said. A huge thank you to all of you for joining us on this deep dive into the life and legacy of Leslie Charleson. We've explored her passing, celebrated her incredible career, uncovered some surprising connections, and hopefully sparked some thought-provoking conversations along the way.
It's been a privilege to share these insights with you. Remember, there's always more to learn, more stories to uncover, and more to appreciate about the world of entertainment and the people who bring it to life.
We've got some exciting deep dives lined up for future episodes, so be sure to subscribe and join us again soon. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.